Okay, welcome to video 7.1, solving quadratics by completing the square. Here we have an example, x squared plus 8x minus 11 equals 0, and we're going to solve this by completing the square. Our first step is to uh, regroup the quadratic. So I'm going to do that by placing open parentheses, x squared plus 8x. I'm going to leave a space right here, close the parentheses off, minus 11 equals a 0. Okay, now looking at step 2, there is no factor that I need to pull out because a equals 1, so I'm just going to write that down. Step 2, a equals 1, so I don't need to factor out anything from these parentheses. That was step 2. Let's look at step 3. Step 3, I'm going to go ahead and add b over 2 squared inside the parentheses and subtract b over 2 squared outside the parentheses. So everything's pretty much going to stay the same here. Our b is 8, so this is x squared plus 8x, and I'm adding plus 8 over 2. I'm going to go ahead and write that as 4 squared, close parentheses, minus 11. Now if I added it inside here to keep everything the same, I need to subtract it out of here. And 4 squared is 16, so this is minus 16 equals 0. Okay, and now if you'll notice here, this is a perfect square trinomial. So for step 4, I'm going to rewrite it as the perfect square trinomial it is. Step 4, this is x plus 4 squared, and then I have negative 11 minus 16. This is negative 27 equals 0. Okay, I now have this in HK form, and it's pretty easy to solve. I can just add 27 to both sides, and I have parentheses x plus 4 close parentheses squared equals 27. All right, get a little bit more room here. A little bit more. I'm going to take the square root on both sides, and I have x plus 4 equals, I'm going to take the square root and put the plus or minus in front, plus or minus the square root of 27. Okay, and then I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. X equals negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 27. It's important to note that there is a perfect square that will divide into 27. That perfect square is 9, so this is really x equals negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 9 times 3. Square root of 9 times 3, so this is x equals negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 9 is 3. Of course, I cannot take the square root of 3, so just leave it in there. And this is my final answer. X equals negative 4 plus or minus 3 times the square root of 3.